Om Shanti. Now Jayanti Didi will be sharing her experience. Om Shanti. Chakradari Didi reminded us of many things, that how Dadi helped many souls and how Dadi paid attention to each and every soul and changed their life. I would say about myself that when Dadi's drishti fell on me, I knew Dadi since childhood, and I've seen Baba Mama since childhood and have met them in Madhuban. But when I was in Pune in 1968, Dadi's drishti did some miracle and opened my third eye. It was like an operation of the third eye. And after that, my life was with Baba. But I would like to share a story of one brother. That they always kept attention about the globe, that they had a photo where that they had this photo of a globe on her hand and was giving drishti. But during Amrit Vela, that they always paid attention to give sakash to the whole world along with Baba. It was as if Baba selected those souls and chose the souls according to the drama to do world service. For 40 years, where Dadi stayed in London, within the 40 years, Dadi had spread the knowledge in 130 countries. Even multinational countries was not able to do this task with 40 years, but Dadi did such a huge task. And Dadi always used to pay attention to each and every individual. A brother, he was not in Gyan, but his wife was in knowledge. But Dadi had very loving connection with them. Dadi, Baba had shown, Dadi, Baba said that this soul is really nice soul. You have to pay attention and give sustenance to them. Dadi would send dinner, lunch, and also toilet to them. They slowly, his heart started melting and he started cooperating in Yagya's activities. When first delegation came, Dadi wrote a letter to us that 5 children are coming. They are going to America for a conference. So they would like to stay in London as well. I'm talking about my father's experience. My father and Rajni Ben said yes. Father's heart was really generous in social activities. He said yes. So 5 souls stayed in my home. There was no center abroad during that time. Why I remember the story? Chakradari Didi said, Bhagwan, God doesn't keep anyone's anything. He definitely repay that. But in this life too, He will definitely give what we have given in His name. Murli Dada has kept 5 souls in his home in London. You know that in abroad, it's quite a burden for people to keep guests for longer period. But this soul has kept 5 souls for almost 1 month. And Baba gave in return when he was alone, when Rajni Ben left the body. Baba, I think for 16 years, Baba gave 5-star treatment for almost 16 years in the company of Dadi. And at last, Dadi, he got the drishti of Dadi and then left the body. So Baba's directions, Dadi's sustenance, and that soul's fortune. So this soul too, in this birth, they got the return of what he did, little bit he did in the name of God. So during that phase, nobody has this thought of world service, So Dadi would get this vision that thousands of souls would get Baba's knowledge. Baba is also Trikaldarshi. When few souls from different parts of the country, from East, from Africa, from Caribbean, so I have 4 people's record, proper record, Dadi would give sustenance to these souls through letters, and when they come to Madhuban, so everyone would give the letter to Ishwadadi, and Ishwadadi would give the reply. So during that phase, nobody has the thought of world service, but Baba had the plan, and Dadi got the directions. And Dadi's thought that every single soul should get peace and happiness. That thought is getting fulfilled. Now, a lot of task is yet to be completed. You know, and you have heard about the experience of other sisters. There are many souls who got sustenance from Dadi. Many sisters got sustenance from Dadi. And in the last 13 years, Dadi was in Bharat, India. And Dadi became an instrument here to give sustenance to many, many sisters. Dadi also went to different corners of India and did service. And Dadi said, Didi, not to say no to any service. So Dadi reached every nook and corner of India to do service and also increase their zeal and enthusiasm. So Dadi always gave personal attention to the souls. Along with that, Dadi paid attention for world service. Dadi had 4 p.m. yoga, that is evening yoga. Morning Amritwala yoga you all know, but along with this, Dadi used to do evening yoga at 4 p.m. When Dadi Goswami came in 1996 to London, Dadi's message was, so during that time the London service started, so Dadi's message was, the instrument child of world service, you have to do yoga at 4 p.m. so that the souls of the world get sustenance. So immediately Dadi started this. So in the old age, Dadi needs rest, but she would do her task conservative 2:30, and with a lot of difficulty, she would complete her lunch at around 3 p.m. and little bit time she would rest. But 4 p.m. she would wake up and then do yoga. In that yoga, that they got the direction that you will have to help the souls who are instrument for world service. In India, she came back in 2005, but this continued till 2005 through world service. That they gave wonderful sustenance to me, but the service of the mind, there was a lot of proof and stories about this service through the mind. There are a lot of stories, but I would like to end here because of the time constraint. Shanti.